everyone. Welcome to the American Sports Connection. I am your host, the one and only Joey Railroads. I'm here with my buddies Rygal and Rich tonight to go over some Monday Night Raw. How's it going, fellas?
It's going well. How are you?
Doing well.
I'm good, guys. How are you?
Doing well.
I'm still doing well.
So, what did you guys think of Raw last night?
I don't think it was terrible. Instead of just picking random guys for a Money in the Bank match, at least there's a series of matches to determine it. Like, that's a plus over recent years.
More wrestling than bullshit.
Yeah, I was going to say this is probably one of the better Raws they've had since WrestleMania, the night after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I would definitely say that.
Excuse me. All right, we had Seth Rollins come out to open the show, cut a promo. I laughed at this because it's like they're trying so hard to keep Seth the heel, and it's like the people just don't want it.
Once I saw him come out with his arms up in the air, I was like, "Fuck! They're gonna do it. He's gonna turn." And sure enough, he did. And what they don't understand was they were booing Rollins while he was running down the crowd. But then the guy's music hit. The guy being Roman Reigns. And, well, you know what happened.
Yeah.
It was booed out of the damn building. And that was like... Because, look, the crowd wasn't too in it last night for a lot of it.
Not at all.
That segment, they were into it. So, I don't know. Rollins is going to have one of those Kevin Owens kind of heel things where no matter what he says, fans are just going to cheer him.
Like
Lance, at least for a while.
Lance said in the chat, Seth tried to slit the puppy's throat, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
No. We just kept encouraging it.
Yeah, basically. Eventually, Roman Reigns comes out. Then Shane comes out and makes Rollins versus Reigns at Money in the Bank.
Which, by the way, later on in the show, JBL says, "I can't believe we're going to have Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns at Extreme Rules." I'm like, didn't that event just happen? Oh, JBL.
JBL got yelled at for that.
Oh, I have no doubt he probably got yelled at.
You're supposed to plug the next pay-per-view 65,000 times. Now we're going to be missing one.
It's only a toss-up between the three of them.
Yeah. All right. Next, we had Sami Zayn versus Sheamus. This was a good match.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you can't expect anything different from those two.
No.
Yeah. And Michael Cole, during the match, Sami Zayn does flying head scissors, and he keeps calling it Hurricane Rana. I'm like, what the fuck? Don't you know the difference?
No, he doesn't.
What, 18 years? What the fuck?
Dude, that reminds me of it's almost as bad as when Cole spoiled WrestleMania 15, who was going to win the main event, when he was talking about it, and he's like, in the middle of the show, he's like, yeah, we're going to have the new world champion on Raw tomorrow, and then he caught himself.
I'd rather at this point have Vince McMahon do the commentary himself and just go, "What a move there, haha!" Like,
what a maneuver!
Yeah. Or when he would do like the 3, 1, 2, yes, no.
Yeah, because that way, if he's just calling it a maneuver of a move, he's not fucking it up by calling it the wrong move.
Absolutely.
But never get the guy, how much does he weigh?
Yeah.
Was that Art Donovan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Sammy
he got a bicycle.
Yeah.
Fucking Dusty. Dusty
Sammy
losing his
eventually
shit.
wins and qualifies for the Money in the Bank, so that was cool to see Sammy get in that.
Oh, for sure. There was no way that they couldn't not put him in it, unless he was going to face Miz one-on-one for the title at the event.
Yeah, absolutely. After this, we had Apollo Crews cutting a promo, and Sheamus attacks him. So I'm assuming that's going to be his first, big feud.
Well, thank God for that, at least.
Well, at least they figured something for him.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's the most boring man on the roster. other than Randy Borden.
I was just going to say, him and Orton are neck and neck.
And then a close third, in my opinion, and I know a lot of people don't agree, is Baron Boring.
Yes, I can't stand him.
Baron Corbin.
I'm also not a big man fan, so I mean, like, that's why me liking Cass kind of stands out. Like, I love Enzo, and I didn't like Cass for a minute, but now I'm a Cass mark. I'm a big Cass mark. Because I just don't get the big man style. I mean, Nash said it the best. I do all my cool shit walking down to the ring. After that, it's a couple of kicks, a couple of punches, and a sidewalk slam.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, next we had the New Day cutting a promo with the cake. And eventually the Social Outcast attacked them, which sets up a 6-man. And this was a quick one where New Day wins.
And probably most likely the last time we'll see the Social Outcasts, because isn't those roster cuts coming up at the end of the month?
That's the rumor.
So it was good while it lasted, boys.
The thing is like, if they release Bo Dallas, I'll be pissed. Because he's such a talent. They could have done so many things with him.
And they've just ruined him.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like, they could have really made him a heel with the Bo Leave thing. Like, just irritable and, like, not as much of a comedy guy. They didn't focus on him like they did in NXT, where he'd be the funny comedy guy, but then he'd beat the fuck out of you.
Yeah. And it'll be funny now if they release Axel and Bo Dallas and they keep Heath Slater, like when they released 3MB and left him. Be like, you know what? If you're in a stable with Heath Slater, just know you're going to get fired somewhere down the road.
It's like the kiss of death.
Well, they got Adam Rose already.
Well, he asked for it, literally, so.
Did he ask for his release?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Alright, yeah.
That makes sense.
I'm sad about Cody, because Cody's such a waste of talent. Cody could have been world champion. I firmly believe that. After his match with Mysterio at Mania, I remember that match. I walked away going, wow, this kid can be world champion one day.
More wasted opportunity on great talent.
And now they're trying to basically not let him perform on the indies because he has however long is left on his contract. They're going to like hold him to it where he can't, wrestle anywhere until it's over his contract.
Yep, that's why we haven't heard him announced for WrestlePro yet. That's the only reason.
I was going to say, because he would have probably been announced by now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm pretty certain.
All right, next we had Cesaro versus The Miz. These two have some pretty good chemistry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
look, The Miz can work. People may fucking hate him. The Miz can work, though. That's all I was going to say.
Yeah, they have good chemistry. The only thing was Cesaro surprisingly botched yesterday his corkscrew European uppercut.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but beyond that, they had a solid match, and he's on his way to Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I was happy to see him beat The Miz and get into Money in the Bank. It looks like we're going to have some really good guys in there this year.
Yeah, I just want to see now who... Well, they got Owens and Jericho so far as heels. Because usually, to me, Money in the Bank is always designed for a heel to win.
Yeah.
So, if this isn't the start of Kevin Owens' push, considering that he was the main event yesterday, then I don't know what else he would have to do.
Yeah.
And I think that would be perfect for him, though. Him with the briefcase. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
He'd be like, how many false times he'd cash in and then like pull it back at the last minute when he realizes that he can't. Dude, he would be the perfect one to have that fucking briefcase.
Absolutely. Sitting
there antagonizing them from the announce table while he's talking shit to Michael and Byron.
Bro, and the writers wouldn't even have to do anything. Just let him know when he's gonna cash it in. Until then, no, you're not cashing it in tonight. Do what you want.
There you go.
Yeah, just be yourself.
Yep.
All right, next we had Apollo Crews versus Chris Jericho. This was a really good match.
And the kip up botched into the Jericho salt. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, that
And
was really weird.
And then you hear Apollo saying you could hear him clearly saying, I'm sorry. Because he messed up the spot. And I'm like, oh, God. Kevin Dunn turned down the volume. We could hear him.
That's funny. I was surprised, though, that they threw Apollo Crews in this match.
Yeah. I mean, I thought at first he was going to get the spot because I'm just convinced that every single time we see Chris Jericho on a pay-per-view, that's the last time we're going to see him.
Yeah.
So when I saw him announced for this match, I was like, oh, okay. He's going to put over Cruz on his way out. And I was like, maybe not.
Yeah, I was surprised about that.
So it was a good match. Apollo still's got some kinks in the armor, if you want to call it that he's got to work out. But he'll get there.
His thing that's killing him is his promo skills.
Yeah.
And I hate to say this because it's nice to be happy, but he's always just like smiling too much.
Yeah, he's the guy who's just happy to be there.
Yeah.
That's the only issue I really have with him. All right, next we had Make Darren Young Great Again vignette.
Oh, I missed this one.
Thank God, so did I.
I saw
No, I love this gimmick.
Backlund went batshit crazy and made him do like 200 jumping jacks.
Bro, anything with Bob Backlund in it, I'll watch. I don't care, because he's just Mr. Backlund, and he's fucking crazy. And knowing what he used to be to what he is now, like when he was just the golden boy.
Right.
I love it. I love it so very much.
You know what, though? You remember last week when I said that this could have been tailor-made for, like, Damien Sandow?
Yeah.
Yes.
Even though that Darren Young pitched this to Creative, let's just say that Creative came up with this. This would have also been perfect for, like, The Miz before Maurice came back.
Yeah.
Considering Miz was a world champion and did main event WrestleMania. And then fell from grace.
Yeah, completely right.
Yeah, kind of like the same thing with Sandow, because he had won the Money in the Bank and cashed it in but lost to Cena, and after that he just plummeted.
Right. And even though he got the Mizdow character down and over and everything else, I mean, I just see that gimmick, that story that they're trying to tell, and every week it's like I put a different guy there and I go, it'll make more sense with him.
Yeah.
It'll make more sense with him. Maybe him. Cody Rhodes it could have even happened with.
Yeah. I agree. Next, we had Baron Corbin cutting a promo. Ziggler interrupts. Apparently, they're going to have a match again on this coming Monday's Raw. I was like, why?
Didn't I tell you guys this in the chat when we were watching the goddamn pay-per-view that this was going to happen?
Yeah.
So they just put this. So I actually thought, you know what? Since they're doing Money in the Bank qualifiers, that's how they'll get Baron Corbin in the match to beat Ziggler again. But I was wrong.
But it might be.
What, that he faces Ziggler for a spot in the Money in the Bank?
Oh no, it won't be. I'm mistaken because Ziggler already fought one last night.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Be like, Ziggler, you got 2 chances and you lost them both. Just quit, dude.
Well, that would be something Vince would do, though.
Yeah, true.
Especially with the guy that said he's not renewing his deal.
Yeah, I mean, when you're not renewing your deal, you know what you got to do. Your deal is to put everybody else over.
Yeah.
No matter how absurd it sounds.
Yeah. All right, after that, we had Rygal's favorite part of the show. Enzo and Cass came out.
Fuck yeah. How you doing?
Couple of haters.
Couple of haters.
I love that, but it was like a day too late because Enzo is from New Jersey, right?
Yes.
And since Enzo was not going to wrestle anyway, right? Why didn't you just have him come out with Cass the day prior?
The valid point.
And still, kick the Dudley Boys' ass and finish him off with an elbow, which I thought ended at The Rock. But whatever. So
it was just cool because Enzo was really hyped.
Yeah, and the crowd was that was one of the only times after the beginning segment when the crowd came alive when they were singing the Enzo Amore song.
Yeah.
Oh, Enzo Amore.
And the great thing is that he starts dancing to it too.
Yes.
Yeah, it's his own little fucking dance.
Yeah, there's no way you could describe that. It's just Enzo's dance.
Yep.
All right, well, this eventually sets up Bubba Ray versus Big Cass. This was okay. Cass eventually wins.
With a very, very horrible looking elbow drop.
Yeah.
Bubba Ray was in the sit-up position when he did it. I'm like, what the
And they have some really weird name for it.
Yeah, I forgot what it was called. I know what you say. His
Cass's
elbow
move?
The elbow drop he does.
Yeah, the elbow drop, not the East River crossing though. The elbow drop.
Oh yeah. Fuck, it's on the tip of my tongue too.
Somebody in the chat, goddammit.
New York.
Yeah. Somebody in the chat. Look it up.
Yeah, somebody, anybody.
Yeah, I'm playing Xbox right now. I can't check it. I mean, I'm not playing Xbox.
He's multitasking, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Oh no, I just got like the most fun game fucking ever. Overwatch. It's like a million different classes to play, and it's just multiplayer, but all I'm doing is playing healer. And that just reminds me, it's made by Blizzard, and it's amazing.
Me and my
it's a shooter,
we've been on the Lego Batman series.
Bro, Lego Marvel, there's 100 characters to unlock. You guys, and it's cheap, so I mean, you get it for PS4.
Okay.
Oh, really? Awesome.
Yeah, bro, I got it for like $12 with like a $5 off thing.
Oh wow.
Really? After I saw the Civil War movie a couple weeks ago, I was like, I want to play a Marvel game.
Lance in the chat says he thinks maybe it's called the Empire Drop.
The Empire Elbow. There. Thank you, Lance.
Thanks,
Empire Elbow.
Lance.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, I just hate that name. All right, next was one of my favorite segments of the entire night, was Charlotte's promo where she kicks Rick out of the ring.
That was awesome.
Yeah, she lost it for a little bit when those fans were heckling her, and then she finally got it back.
Well, that's really her fault, and I hope Vince or whoever yelled at her backstage, because you're supposed to ignore them when they're doing shit like that.
Yeah.
Because the fans are always going to say something because they want to be part of the show.
I was saying they're purposely trying to sidetrack you.
Right, and they want to be part of the show. Hence where "We Want Lana" came from.
Yeah.
Right? And then, of course, somebody backstage, because Rusev was just ignoring it. And then somebody from creative was like, no, you got to go with it. And that's why that was the start of the whole whirlwind garbage storyline that it was that ended up with them back together. Yippee.
Yeah, where he got like buried for a while.
Yep. Oh, don't worry. He'll beat Kalisto tonight. And they keep on hyping up that John Cena coming back thing so much. So we've been calling this for weeks already.
Yeah, he's taking the title right from him.
Yep.
But I thought this was really good because you knew Rick was going to cry. He always does.
But this time he did it. He was trying to, but I guess since he knew, like, maybe he cried so much backstage thinking about it, like, he was trying really hard to, like, do those deep weeps that he does, but it didn't come out that way.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed that, so I'm curious to see where they're going to go from here.
Yeah, and I guess they wrote him off now because today a lot of Ric Flair news has been out there for his 30 for 30 thing.
Yes.
So I'm assuming they wrote him off so he could go do that, and also because it was already time to move on.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
And I said from day one, the way to really get her over as a heel is to have her turn on him, because so long as she's associated with him, she's going to be over.
Yeah, and she said it yesterday in her promo. When she walks in the room, everybody says Ric Flair's daughter.
It's true.
So she wants that done with. She wants people to say that Charlotte's dad.
Yeah.
I agree, Lance. He said Charlotte looked like she was going to cry and didn't feel comfortable doing it.
Right.
But that's what heels do.
Exactly. And I like the way that they saved Dana Brooke.
Yeah,
What I mean-
hey, she got in a nice spot now that Emma got hurt.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about her obliterating Paige last week on SmackDown, but whatever.
No, but I watched her on Raw last week, Dana Brooke. I can't remember who she wrestled.
Becky.
Oh, was it Becky?
Yep.
And she couldn't even do her finisher right.
Yeah, she just like fell on top of her and didn't grapevine the legs, nothing. I was like, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was like, that was awful. All right, next we had Ambrose versus Ziggler. This was really good too.
Yeah, the same back and forth that they always have. And Ambrose no-sold the shit out of a super kick.
Yeah, he did.
But it was good. Dolph got his shit in, still despite the loss.
Yeah, I thought it was entertaining.
They always have good matches. I mean, Dolph has good matches with everybody because he sells so well.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna say he makes everybody look good.
Which probably was part of his downfall from the top tier, that he just sells too much, in my opinion.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like he oversells.
Yeah.
Like kind of when Shawn Michaels did it to Hogan.
Oh Jesus. At least we knew Shawn Michaels had a purpose.
Yeah.
He just wanted to make Hogan look like an asshole before he left.
Yeah, and when my favorite thing of that feud was when Shawn Michaels did the promo as Hogan where they were on Larry King.
And every other word was brother.
Yes,
Michaels warned him.
that was great.
He told them, "You want me to be a heel? I'll take it back to '98. I'm not even kidding." They were like, "Okay."
Yeah, Hogan was like, "That's what I want you to be like." Well, Ambrose eventually wins and qualifies for the Money in the Bank. So we have Cesaro, Ambrose, and Zayn so far.
And I don't know why, but I was thinking in my head before this even happened, when they do Money in the Bank, Ambrose should win. And then they were really pushing that fact, like, what if he cashes in on his friends? What if he just wants to join the match? And I'm like, They need something to sell SummerSlam.
That's true.
So a Shield triple threat will do it.
Yeah, I'm curious to see where they're going to go there.
Yeah, considering that nor Roman nor Seth were seen for the rest of the night.
Yeah, not at all.
Right, not even a backstage segment, nothing.
No, the only time you saw Seth was when he went to give like Steph a hug, and she was like, "Things have changed," and just shook his hand, and that was it.
Right,
But other than that, nothing.
right.
All right, and in the main event, we had Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles. This was great.
It was great, back and forth like they always do. I thought that the club was gonna come in and like whoop AJ's ass.
Yes.
Like either before the match was over or at the end of it, but no, not at all.
I thought the same thing.
So wait, good job WWE. Wait, not to tell a story.
Yeah.
I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
That was the one thing that shocked me. It wasn't that Kevin Owens won. It was that he won clean.
Yeah. Like, I thought there was going to be shenanigans from the club. But,
They're trying to make him look strong.
yeah, but nothing.
And then, Rich, you sent me that message earlier that had me laughing. They're not burying AJ Styles. They still have big plans for him, reports say.
Yeah, like, what big plans do you have for... I mean, don't get me wrong, the plans probably involve Balor at some point going up, I guess, teaming with him against Gallows and Anderson, because that's really now the only thing that would make sense. But I don't know. And then the funny thing was, Joey, when I sent you that thing, Was it's always the same sentence from Meltzer. We don't know what they are yet, but it's coming. So
absolutely. And that's a good point that Lance brings up. Maybe AJ's hurt from Extreme Rules. Man, is he taking some wicked bumps on his back if it's bothering him.
Yeah, that's just his way of working the dirt sheets. They said the same thing, that he wasn't going to be able to compete against Nakamura. Remember Wrestle Kingdom?
Yes.
Took even more bumps than expected.
No, but that was legit, though. No. That was legit, because he legit went to Diamond Dallas Page Yoga to fix his back. That was completely legit.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because the way he made it sound afterwards was like, yeah, of course I said that. Of course I'm hurt, like making it sound like a joke.
Motherfucker, I got sniped. Sorry.
All right, did both of you guys listen to the Shane podcast?
No,
Yes.
I forgot about that, but
Yes.
feel free to talk about it.
I was watching like the first 10, 15 minutes, I want to say, that I went to bed. And then when you messaged me earlier, I was like, oh shit, now I got to see it like at this moment.
Yeah, there was spots in it that was really awkward.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
you can tell Shane does not like Triple H in any sense of the word.
Yeah. When Mick asked him about it, he was just like, well, it makes my sister happy, so yeah, we get along. But Mick was like,
And he's
so
like, you don't have an adversarial relationship?
he was
And,
like,
and he's like, no. And then Mick was like stumbling, and he's like, all right, then I'll accept that answer. And he gave him a dirty look. He's like, why? It's the truth.
yeah, he's like, accept what you want. That's the truth. I was like, wow.
You could just see it on his face, like when he said, if he makes my sister happy, then I'm happy. He said it with like a smirk on his face.
Yeah. And that he's happy for both of them. That's what he said. But I think what it is that they said Shane didn't come out and say, but you know that there's always been reports online saying that he quit the company because when his mother relinquished her spot from CEO, he thought he was going to get that spot, and Vince just exhumed the job for himself. And that's what led to him saying, okay, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
And then to leave, and then find out that your brother-in-law, the guy who broke the biggest rule in wrestling, which is dating the boss, is the promoter's daughter, gets the COO job, and you're like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
So,
It was just, I think they purposely, even if Austin wasn't hurt, purposely picked Foley because he wouldn't ask, like, provoking questions.
right. Because Austin would have been like, come on, give me more. I need more than that. Do you talk to him backstage? Do you look at him dirty? Do you flip him the bird?
Oh, yeah,
You know-
Austin would have asked that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it would remind me of when they had Jericho do the podcast with Stephanie. That was a joke.
Oh, yeah.
Where it was just like one softball after another.
Right. Hence why he's never been asked to do another one, I think.
Probably because nobody gave a shit.
Yeah.
And
No,
then-
I absolutely concur.
yeah. And then this morning, I watched the Camp WWE episode. That was hilarious.
Oh, God. Whoever that is that's voicing Triple H is fucking hilarious.
They have him
want it.
perfect.
I like Stephanie. I want
Every time I listen to it, I crack up. He's like, Stephanie.
And Vince McMahon takes him out on a date so he can forget about Stephanie. And then it worked out
man.
perfectly.
And the shit that they have Vince saying is hilarious. Like you would never expect him to say it.
Yeah. Well, he won't say it on TV, but he'll say it in that show.
And the one part with Sergeant Slaughter, he's hilarious on there where he's like, how should I feel about this? He's like, forget it ever happened.
The one thing, though, is that they cut back a lot on the cursing on this episode.
Yeah.
But then they went other places, like Cena and Mark Henry having a kid. I was like, wow.
Yeah, that shit with Cena's hilarious.
Him and Mark Henry are going to be parents, and then he's like telling him to get out of his life and all that.
Oh boy.
It was like basically mocking the Mae Young thing.
Yeah.
So it was great.
Mm-hmm.
But I have some other news regarding MMA stuff, a couple things that I messaged you earlier about that I read, Rich.
Yep.
That Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor are set to fight in September, and an official announcement's going to be coming in 2 weeks.
Yeah, according to Colin Coward's.
Yeah, the dude who used to be on ESPN.
Right. On his podcast, that's what he was saying. I mean, McGregor's not a boxer, and that's supposedly the platform that they're going to do this in, so... Promoted by who? I don't know, because Mayweather doesn't have a contract with either HBO or Showtime.
No, they said they were going to do it with CBS, I think.
Okay, so CBS was the ones that had his contract with Showtime. So
yeah,
there you go.
And because they're looking to get a big pop for a buy rate, because the last one Mayweather had didn't even hit 1 million.
He was fighting a guy who any of the three of us, and anybody in the chat right now could have taken with their eyes closed. So
yeah.
So what did you expect?
Like Lance said, it just sounds like a cash fest. Sounds fishy to him.
Yeah. Just go in there, 12 rounds, because Mayweather can't knock nobody out. And McGregor, I'm not sure what he could do, in terms of stand-up boxing.
Yeah, because I've never seen him stand-up box.
So
imagine McGregor can win.
That would be hilarious, and that would be the ending of Money Mayweather for good.
If Conor McGregor beat him, he would be like 10 times more boastful than he is now.
Yep.
But I don't know. I think it's because Floyd wants to finish 50-0. That's why.
Yeah, and there's nobody else left out there in terms of boxing that he has a need to fight. So I guess you just go after somebody else who's as big in the media for talking shit like he is, which is Conor McGregor.
Absolutely. And the other MMA-related story is BJ Penn was pulled off of UFC 99.
Yeah, you told me about that, but I haven't had a chance to read up. I know.
Apparently, he told the doping agency that he used an IV previously in March.
Wow. Well, they're building up to UFC 200 in July, and it seems like 199 is that cursed show where people are pulled left and right.
And I never understood why he came out of retirement anyway.
Was it PJ?
Yeah, PJ.
Yeah, probably money. Let's say most people. They say, no, it's not, but in reality, it most likely is.
Absolutely.
Actually, it would make sense because I thought... Didn't he win his last fight before he retired?
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Just send him off. He won. There's nothing else really to prove. And you know what I mean?
Yeah. What? When you need that green, man, and you got the skills to get into an octagon or a ring or anything, they're going to do it. The only athlete who ever came out of retirement, in my opinion, who didn't do it for money, Michael Jordan. That's it.
Yeah, he did it because he loved the sport.
Yeah. So nice he did it twice. So
it's weird when you think about it.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see, because I think there's 2 or 3 spots left to fill in Money in the Bank, who the other spots are going to be.
It's 7 guys. Yesterday, 5 of them qualified, right?
Okay, yeah.
So there's 2 left. So I'm going to go with that it'll probably be There's 3 baby faces and 2 heels so far.
I'm looking as as you're talking.
Cesaro, Ambrose, Zayn, Jericho, Owens. So I guess it'll be one more heel.
And one baby face.
Right. They'll, honestly, I think Kalisto will be one. Because, why not? He was U.S. champion and all that for all this time. And unless you guys think of somebody who's been in a better spot than him that's a face right now.
I was just going to say, and because he could be like the Kofi Kingston, does like all kind of flippy moves with the ladder.
Yeah. Do another, OMG spot thing. And
I was trying to think who the other heel would be.
Yeah. The other
My
heel.
God, it's Kane.
Oh, God.
Almost, what could be worse, him or the Big Show?
Wow. The new era came and just swept all those guys out of the picture, huh? Wow.
Lance says he's thinking Corbin.
Yeah, but I guess because they did it so quickly, like, if the pay-per-view's 4 weeks away, why did they do 5 matches in one night?
Yeah, why didn't they just space them out?
Because now, if you do 5 matches in one night and then you do 2 of them or 1 next week, then it doesn't make any sense. And since he's fighting Ziggler again, that may or may not be.
Or if you do the other qualifying matches on SmackDown tonight, then it's like, what the hell?
Ugh. I don't know. Oh, one funny thing that happened? Did you see the vignette that they put up last night during Raw with the Shining Stars?
Yes.
Talking about, did you hear that crowd? And I'm like, no. Nobody heard that crowd. Nobody gave a shit about your match.
What annoys me about them is they've gotten like 15 chances, and other guys like Barrett and Sandow that got over were not given chances,
Yeah. Or a guy who's still working there now, Ryder. Like, really?
Yeah, and I mean, God.
Yeah, I'm a writer, Mark.
He's been over for years.
Yeah, and they gave him his one thing at WrestleMania, and then that was it. But these guys who couldn't draw flies if they were a hot bucket of shit on a summer day, they just keep getting does Vince McMahon owe Carlos Colon money or something? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't get it. Fuck. Like what? Remember when they had that thing about trying to find out who Vince McMahon's bastard son was that they bought out? That he was on Carlito's Cabana?
Yeah.
And they bought out some lady dressed up as Carlito's sister, saying that Vince slept with her, right?
Yeah.
That might have been a true story for all we know. And Carlos Colon is like holding that to him or something. Like, he has proof of it.
There you go, Lance. He says CM Punk and Ryback for Money in the Bank.
Oh, Lord. Oh, how about his tweet? If you like to see Ryborg in the Impact Zone.
Yeah, no one wants to.
No one wants to see him in any arena anywhere. Let alone in that one.
My best friend, who's not a huge wrestling fan, he has a nickname for him. He calls him Pinhead. And I was like, why do you call him Pinhead? He's like, because when you look at him, he just screams steroid user.
Yeah. Slapping himself outside of his own head and stuff. He's got a good, valid point on that one.
Yeah, if TNA Lance had any common sense, which they don't, they would take these guys that got released from WWE and use them the right way.
They couldn't afford any of them, let's be real.
It's true.
Yeah, you just took the words right out of my mouth. I'm like, they can't even pay the fucking guys that are there now. Every time that they announce, oh, so-and-so has re-signed with the company or whatever, you're like, but who the hell's he?
Did you see the one, there's been like a bunch of them that were photoshopped. They had where they called like Bad News Barrett, like Disappointment Stew or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly how it was, but I was like, oh, man.
All I know is TNA will be shopping for another network that we never heard from. ever, or that people aren't even aware is on their, their cable lineup.
Yeah.
Because Pop TV released their fall lineup, and guess what? No TNA.
That's not shocking.
It's
nope,
like,
not at all.
I actually agree with Lance. He said that Ryback will probably do good in Japan. They love those monsters over there.
Yeah.
Oh, he'd probably be completely over in Japan. Go over there with his Terminator gimmick and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That could work.
Yeah.
Or
I think he
they'll
would do fine over there.
Or they'll just do the norm now and put him in the Bullet Club.
Ryborg.
Yeah, that's the popular thing. Put everybody in the Bullet Club.
Yeah.
Put all the Gaijins in the Bullet Club.
Everybody still there or no?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I was reading about the Young Bucks where they were trying to say that they've carried the tag division, not tag division, but tag wrestling in general for the last decade.
Oh, yeah. If anybody's carried the tag team division into non-believable wrestling.
Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me, Acer and Lance? Okay. Hello?
There you go. What's up?
Yeah, the call dropped.
Okay.
Yeah, we're back. The call dropped.
Oh, okay.
I was like, what did I do? I'm hitting everybody. And I'm like, controller thinking I hit something again. And I was like, God fucking damn it. What did I do?
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, this fucking phone again.
No, what I was trying to say is the Usos to me are WWE's watered down version of the Young Bucks.
Yeah, and the Young Bucks, what I was saying was they carried tag teams into non-believable by no selling moves, like when they fought the Briscoes, that they got the Doomsday device and one of them lands right on his feet and super kicks him. And then they super kick an 8-year-old. And it's like, okay.
And then they just super kicked their announcers.
Yeah.
At the last thing with Steve Corino wearing a mask.
I thought that was great. I don't know. I like the Young Bucks.
No, I like them.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm not a mark for them, but I get a kick out of them. I don't think they're the best in the world, but I appreciate what they are.
I watched a lot of that Ring of Honor pay-per-view, and man, the Briscoes are really talented.
I love the Briscoes. Jay Briscoe's one of my favorite, but I love Mark with his fucking redneck kung fu.
The thing that sucks is I don't have the channel on my lineup that they're on now.
You can find it online.
Yeah, Comet, I don't have it. It's like
ROHWrestling.com, and you can watch the weekly show there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they figured since Comet, I think, is one of those channels that rarely, like, a lot of people don't have. They just gave it away on their website.
Yeah, because it's basically like a not popular version of the Sci-Fi Channel.
Right.
Because I looked it up one day and I'm like, yeah, we don't have this here.
Keep in mind, they get deals to be on their own network because the people who own them is Sinclair Broadcasting. So Sinclair isn't in the Northeast, so it's one of Sinclair's stations. Like Time Warner has their own channels.
Right. Like
Hey,
Ring of
Lance
Honor.
not to cut you off, Rich. Lance is saying there's an echo.
Yeah, I hear a little bit of an echo. I thought maybe that was just my phone.
He's saying somebody
Hold on.
hit mute on the YouTube channel.
I don't think it's me because I have everything coming through my headset.
Yeah, and it's not me.
And it's definitely not me because I'm just on the phone.
All right, well, let me hang up with you guys real quick, and I'll call you right back.
Okay.
And do it that way. All right, hang on.
Oh.
All right, yeah, you're here. Now I'm just trying to get Ryan back on the phone. It's not letting me do it. I keep trying to call him, and it keeps saying call failed. So bear with me.
No problem.
Jesus God. Technology at its finest on live live radio. Yeah, it's not letting me. Well, I'll wait for him to try to call back then. But I usually watch Ring of Honor when I can. Aren't they supposed to be having a big match with one of the Briscoes and Jay Lethal?
Right. Yes. I think it's Mark, if I'm not mistaken. But you know where, like what Ray guy was saying, they're really big, like in Oklahoma and all that, because Jim Ross says that they're on like 3 times a week over there.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So if it just depends on what area you live in that you could see them more.
Okay, because I wasn't familiar with that.
Right. I mean, it sucks because I like to see it, and it's on Wednesday nights.
Is it on Wednesday nights?
Yep. It's like all the small shows are on Wednesday. Lucha, ROH, and NXT.
Lance is saying, and he lives in British Columbia, he gets it, but he's 2 weeks behind.
Okay.
Hey, but it's better than nothing.
Exactly. We don't even get that.
No, we gotta go watch it. Okay, here we go. Here he comes. Hello?
Yeah, I have no idea what the hell that was. I got like all these error messages. Every time I get ring, I got another fucking error message. My whole shit froze. I was like, what the fuck? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now the call with Jesus Christ. Now the call on Rich's side failed. And I'm trying to resume it, and it's not letting me. Okay, hold on. I think I figured it out. Jesus Christ.
Rich, you there, Rich?
No, it's like ringing him now, I think. Man, like Lance says, damn tech problems galore. Live shit.
What is going on?
You there, dude?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Let's see if I could get him back on.
Okay.
I've been hanging around Dino too long, Lance. It's just one of those nights. So how's your game going, Rygal, since we have some downtime?
Pretty good. I'm probably getting killed because there's no pause button. Everything's online. Oh, I gotta go back to the game. I probably got kicked out of the game. Or I'm probably... Oh, yeah, I got kicked out. Oh, well. It's good. I am having fun. Getting killed a lot.
That's the most important thing, to have fun.
Well, to win is the most important thing, but have fun is important too.
Lance said it's a good thing you had tech problems. You needed to fill 2 hours.
This is true.
All right, let me try one more time. You know, they're talking about the heat coming starting tomorrow.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Skype decided to take a big shit tonight.
Welcome back. We've missed you.
Thank you. It's been such a long time.
Yeah. Well, like Lance just said before I got a hold of you, he's like, well, tech problems are all right. You needed 2 hours to fill anyway. Oh, man. I don't even know what the hell we were talking about now.
Well, we were talking about Wednesday that they have basically all the smaller shows now. ROH, Lucha, NXT, if you consider that a small show. I guess it is, since it's only on WWE Network.
I can't wait for TakeOver. That looks like it's going to be really good.
Yes.
Everybody's going to lose. And Ava Marie's going to win.
Way to upset Nixie, Rygal.
Is Nixie in the room?
No, I'm just saying.
Well, then I don't care. If she was there, I would say I'm sorry, but I don't care.
Yeah,
she's going to win it all.
This girl hates Eva Marie with the passion of 7 sons.
Really? Was she the one that invaded the chat the other day? You know what I'm talking about on Extreme Rules?
No. Oh my God.
No.
That was my favorite day ever.
I've never laughed so hard in my life.
I stepped away for a second. I come back and I'm like, what the hell's this?
When Rich came in, I lost it again.
Lance says he's telling on you, Rygal. You're in trouble.
For what?
About
what did I do?
Marie.
Go ahead. I didn't say I wanted her to win. I said that's eventually what's going to happen.
If she wins the title, they'll riot.
Oh, especially if it's in Full Sail?
Yes.
Jesus.
I hope she beats Sasha Banks in the middle of the ring.
Clean with her finisher.
Clean with her finish, yes.
The walk-up slice red.
Yeah, whatever the hell it's called.
Splice spread, I like that one.
That works for everybody.
Spread spices.
I'd like it just to troll everyone and get everybody mad. But
Hashtag, you're not supposed to like heels. The more they hate her, the more of a heel they make her.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, do you think this is the end for Balor and NXT after TakeOver?
I think it's the end for him after the UK tour after TakeOver.
When's the UK tour?
I think it's the 12th to that weekend, the 10th to the 13th, something like that.
Okay.
So, because he's been heavily featured for that, and he did an interview saying if that was going to be like his farewell, which I didn't read, because I already know Finn Balor. He'd be like, no, of course not.
Dude, Balor is the king of trolling.
Yep.
Because remember he did the thing after he lost the belt, see you Monday!
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, everybody, we're going to get out of here tonight since Skype and everything doesn't want to cooperate.
Yeah, I hear like a large echo.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is, but I'll have to fiddle with it after I get off of here. But everyone, thanks for coming in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And we'll see you next time.
Adios,
all right, guys,
everybody.
Take care.
All right, take care.